Hey guys, it's Shady back with another video. I'm gonna try to keep this video short. It's just our day 2 and heading into day 3 updates. Quick showcase. This is what my mapping setup. I believe we peak around 2.5 or 2.6 billion. Keep in mind, I do not have any T1 crafted affix on any of my gear at all. And in this case, the most important stat or weapon would be your number one priority, right? When upgrading. But yeah, so 2.6. Not a single T1 affix on any of my crafted gear, that is. Right? So there's that. And yeah, let's talk about it. First things first, the Hakate's Vision. This helmet is absolutely insane for how much it cost. I will talk about that in a sec here. This helmet costs less than 10 FE, right? It is absolutely insane. Less than 10 FE. And essentially, you're getting 20% additional damage to cursed enemies, and you're going to take 20% reduced damage from them. You also get massive curse AoE, and it scales with generic AoE. So things like from your God of War, you can basically get your curse to be your entire screen, making every monster in your screen, on your screen, taking 20% increased damage while doing 20% less at the cost of like less than 10 FE right now. Absolutely insane. Second thing I do want to talk about, Traceless Pains have gone down in price a lot. A 2-second cooldown is a lot more affordable than it was yesterday. In this case, I un-ID'd a 3-second and I just kept it. I should be upgrading this soon later today on stream, but I am saving every single FE I have, or of course, the almighty Entice support. And if you guys are wondering what that's going to look like, feel free to stop by the stream after the video because that's when we're going to go live. And yeah, we're going to work our way getting that Entice and making upgrades today on stream. I don't really have anything else to talk about in terms of gear, as a lot of it has not changed outside of the one build code that I have in the Google Doc. Please, if you guys have any questions, it may already be answered just by looking at the Google Doc. So I do want to state that real quick. Totally irrelevant towards the build, but yesterday on stream, chat and I have come together and we're thinking about giving the Google Doc a name instead of just saying like the Google Doc. So far, I think we're settling on the Black Bible. Hey, I didn't come up with this name, chat did. So if you're watching this video and you come by the stream, please refer to the Google Doc as the Black Bible. It's just something fun that I would love to see in chat, right? I think it's cool. Shady's Black Bible. I don't know, something like that, right? It's cool. It's a little meme that we can all joke around, or an inside joke between us, right? The MC cult. Next thing I do want to talk about are slates, and yeah, I self-farmed every single slate here, so everything I'm about to show you is I found it myself. The first two are things I gotten on day 1 mostly. I think just both of these, there's nothing crazy about them except the minus 8% all res. Pretty cool. This one I found yesterday, and I just crafted some intelligence spell damage on it. I just used it because it gives me more ES, really. Now the crazy one is the +1 all skills that I found. And then I also then slammed +1 erosion skill on it. If you guys know anything about crafting legendary slots, is there's a lot, just like any other, sorry, I'm not going to say just legendary, just like any other colored slot, the chances of hitting the one you want usually is a really low percentage. And yeah, we actually hit +1 erosion skill on the slam. So this one single slate is giving me so much value. Deterioration chance shouldn't be here. It's only here because I was super excited that I hit the +1 erosion skill that I actually forgot, and totally not remembering now that I'm showing it to you guys. All right, so there's that. Again, I do want to emphasize on slates. Do not sleep on them. Anything helps. If you literally have nothing, something like this helps. The minus 8% all res is dirt cheap. So if you have nothing, please get something. And in this case, I would recommend something like this, where it's super affordable, right? Hell, like something like this, right? Even Affliction Effect is a multiplier for the build. So please don't sleep on slates. They provide so much power, more than you guys could really. Actually, they might be even carrying me super hard in this case, as I don't even have a single T1 affix on my crafted gear. So that just shows you the power of slates. If you really know what to look out for and stuff like that, definitely a lot of power to be obtained. The next thing I want to talk about is auras. I have dropped corrosion focus for precise elemental resist. If you guys are scared of the word precise because it might be too expensive, a max level 20 precise elemental resist costs 20 FE. And the base, the starting level, is 1 FE. Okay. Now, why are we using this and not corrosion focus? Well, corrosion focus, the best thing about it, really, now that they have removed Reaping Agony, is honestly the 12% or whatever percent additional erosion damage that I get from it. That's literally the best thing about it. The projectile itself doesn't really do anything outside of applying grudge to the enemy for you. But again, for mapping, you won't even feel the fact that you don't even have corrosion focus on anymore, because it just wasn't giving that much like it used to. And secondly, we go into aura stacking later, where scaling free elemental resist and scaling taking reduced elemental damage is just massive, right? Which is another thing. Getting 10% elemental res back may not seem like a lot, but if you know, Forbidden Power gives you a lot of additional damage at the cost of 10 of your Ellie res. So just by getting that back helps out with gearing so much more. For example, in this case, I have 17 overcapped cold res, and perfectly, the belt I have 17. This 17 cold res isn't doing anything for me anymore because the cap is 60. So I could replace this one stat with Affliction Effect now, which is another multiplier for the build. So just being able to get some LA res back through your auras frees up some affixes on your gear, allowing for more DPS. And again, back to the aura stacking stuff. Eventually, we're gonna go fizz damage taken converted to cold, and just by taking less additional elemental damage later on in the build is crucial. That means we're just taking less damage overall. So insanely insane. Insanely insane. I can't believe I just said that. Anyways, if you guys watched it this far, yo, shout outs to you. Anywho, outside of that, nothing has really changed. When I get my Entice, I will then take off Grudge and we'll throw on Entice. So if you're wondering what I would do or what skill I would replace, it's that. And then after I get my Entice, we're gonna start working on T1 Scepters today. I'm gonna try to push to 20 build today on stream. If not, I mean, as many times as I've played this build, I am surprised every single season by how fast it ramps, and I underestimate it every single time. So if I'm sitting at 2.5 bill right now, when I get my Entice, that should be a slight DPS increase, and then T1 Scepters, both Scepters, rework some of my slates and all that, I should be able to achieve almost 20 billion DPS. I theorize. So there's that. I don't think there's anything else for me to talk about. Actually, I might be wrong. One thing I do want to mention is I'm going to approach the build guides a bit different. Previous seasons, I upload build codes with triple DPS pets. This time around, I'm just gonna keep it with my mapping setup. So that means if you have DPS pets, if you prefer to use DPS pets while mapping, then you're gonna have slightly better numbers. Or if if we have identical gear and pets, and you have a third DPS pet instead of me, then you're just gonna be dealing more damage than I am, right? But yeah. Codes will, from here on out, are just gonna have my mapping set up. I think that's just more realistic than to show you like what's my peak. So let me know if that's a change that you guys think is good. And yeah, that's about it. Short video, like I said. If you guys have any questions or comments, please drop them down below. If you guys want my build code for this this one, it's not gonna go in the Google Doc, only because the way I like to do my progression or my build code stuff is whenever I hit a milestone. In this case, and for this example, when I hit 5 bill, for example, I'm gonna drop a build code, official build code, in the Google Doc, or the Black Bible, if you will. That's where I'm gonna add notes and all that stuff. But if you do want a build code, my current build code, I'm gonna drop it in the description of the video down below. so that you guys have something to follow if you guys are following me. But yeah, that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Again, if you have watched this far, thank you. We hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. It's a dream come true, and yeah, I'm looking forward to keep blasting for the season, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. And let's keep the joke between us. Again, stop by the stream and check out the Black Bible, the Shady Black Bible. All right, guys, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.